What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on PYPL for PayPal holdings. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, let me just say that I got this one completely wrong. In yesterday's video, when we were talking about earnings, as the video was rolling, we were still inside of the day's range. Obviously, that changed for this morning's open. So I had thought the damage was done. It was likely we would either stay in range and potentially bounce up and out of it. Obviously, that was wrong. Again, I completely admit to that. There's no harm in being wrong. It's just based on what you do with those actions, right? When you see a big gap down like this, just because you thought that the damage was done, it's not like you just blindly go long, right? We still have rules to follow. So regardless, right, getting into what we can do about this one going forward, certainly the first thing I would point out is that obviously now there is a glaring gap overhead here, which should be noted. So up and over today's high at 212.43 does start to fill up towards 225.40. Note that 218 is still that structural element in between. It's not quite a half gap based on an eyeball test. Let's go ahead and take out the fibs to truly measure it. So here to here, again, so it's very close to the half gap, but not technically it exactly. So look for maybe a bump in the road there if, again, the move is higher in the first place, and then the gap to fill after that to, again, that 225.39. What I think is more realistic and the real thing that you should be monitoring for is over here on the 30-minute chart. So if I go ahead and make this a little bit easier on the eyes, do something like that, it's all about where we closed, right? So if I do this with the fibs from the high of the day down to the low of the day, put on our levels like that, the 38.2 is essentially where we parked ourselves in the 30-minute close. So if we can open up above 205, I would imagine that shorts who are kind of getting involved in this section of the chart here start to panic a little bit. Notice again that this is a feeling. It's not a guarantee in the marketplace. The market can sell as long as it wants to sell. The market can buy as long as it wants to buy. But again, when it feels like this, and I'm feeling that way, I have to imagine others are feeling the same way as well. So these shorts who are late to the party, knowing that it's pretty extended to the downside, might start to panic again if we open up above 205 and start to creep higher. I could certainly see these people panicking out of the trade, selling or buying, essentially closing their shorts, right, leading to more price continuation higher. That is, of course, all stemming from 205. Now look at what's happening in the post market, right? We're 203.51 by 203.69. My eyes are failing me, but so we're opening below it as of right now. As long as we stay down below, underneath that 38.2, bearish consolidation happens here. This is going to turn into a massive bear flag. A breakdown of the lows essentially puts into play the next daily area of support, which we'll have to go hunting for. Note that this has a number of perfect touches, right? Whenever that happens, it's a weak area. If retested, maybe a quick bounce, but one more test, and it's likely going to go lower. So again, let's find together that daily target, which will be underneath us. We'll scrunch up the chart here just so we're covered, and that level is going to be, if we flip tools and do this the right way, there we go. We're looking at about 194 to the downside if the move lower truly is going to continue here, and this ultimately does turn into a bear flag, resulting in lower. Okay, so those are my thoughts. Again, completely admitting to getting it wrong here, but that's why we have frameworks in play to avoid getting hurt in these instances. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.